Oh wait, I didn't put on lip gloss. In Basi April. It's not like they're gonna see that. They're gonna see. Mm. Doesn't even make a difference. You can't even tell. Papa young for what?
Alrighty. Good evening, Maame Serwaa, and welcome to Hemaa Voices. And we're here because we're excited to hear your voice, hear about you, and what you have to give us. So, who is Maame Serwaa?
So Maame Serwaa, um, I do apologize for the noise in the background. I didn't realize construction was still going on in the neighborhood. Maame Serwaa is a mover and a shaker. Maame Serwaa, born and raised in Ghana, artist undercover, um, because creativity is my DNA. However, Mami Soa also is an individual that is very curious about life, about nature, loves to enjoy life, and stumbled upon a journey that has changed her life entirely. Finding the person called me, and we get more into details. But in a nutshell, this is who Mami Soa is: a creator, lover of art, lover of life, and lover of people. Thanks.
So, what does it mean to find yourself, Maame Serwaa? Since you've already brought it up.
So to find yourself is actually to be willing to take the bold step of taking the journey within yourself. Now, what I didn't realize growing up, I had all these desires and all these things to do something, but I didn't know what it was. And I was just filled with so many, I just knew there was something I was supposed to do, but I really didn't know what it was supposed to be and exactly what. And I had a friend ask me a question which set me off. She asked me this question: do I know my strengths? And I was like, oh, yeah. And she said, I'm unable to answer that question. Can you help me? Little did I know that there are a lot of people who have not taken their time to be able to identify what is within them. So the journey of finding yourself is understanding what is within you, what makes you tick, what makes you excited, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what ticks you off, all of that. And now it was not just good enough to know me, but what am I going to do? How do I affect the world? How do I present myself to the world? It's like life can happen to you or you can happen to life. And I made a decision once I was able to help my friend that I was going to help other people be able to look within themselves, find all the beautiful things that is within them and happen to life, as opposed to life just happening to them.
So, what I'm hearing is that finding the person called you is basically taking people through the process of self awareness.
Yes, absolutely that. Yes, in a
And how
nutshell.
long how long have you been helping people or been in the business of helping people find themselves?
We started in 2016, so it's been 8 years, 8 long years. Yeah, it's been an exciting 8 year journey. This year we celebrated with the launch of a podcast. And the podcast is Mindful Conversations with Mansoor. It's based off a book, Victories of a Lost Child. And what I did not know that when I call myself in my valley days, so these were thoughts that were going through my head, and what I would do is I'll scribble it. So I didn't know that I was actually on the journey of self discovery. All I knew was that I had so many questions and I was going through so much frustration, but I'll write them down. And I finally had the courage to publish a book of all these thoughts. And the reason why is there are people that are going through certain things and they think they're losing their mind. but actually there's value in talking, there's value in sharing, and that when you share, you may be empowering someone. So that was how we celebrated our 8th year.
So, Victories of a Lost Child is really a book you wrote.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other books that you've written?
So Finding the Person Called Me is a workbook as well. What's interesting is Victories of a Lost Child really speaks to Finding the Person Called Me. But Finding the Person Called Me workbook came before Victories of a Lost Child. Little did I know that the two books actually complement each other. So it's kind of, this is what I was going through. These are all the things I was thinking about. And then this is how I actually addressed those and made something with all the things that I was thinking about.
Maame, how long have you been a Hemaa?
Oh, good question. We lost count. Oh man, I think it's been since the start of Mayhem. Yeah, I was
Okay.
one of the yeah. So I was one of the can I say pioneer members of Mayhem?
Okay.
Yeah. So we started with
That's it.
Mayhem from the jump.
Okay. And what has been your story since you joined?
I have met some wonderful ladies, really wonderful ladies. One of the things that I love is when you meet another Mehima, even though Mehima is like a virtual platform, but when we see each other in person, there's something that happens. It's like, ah, Johnny! That kind of, and I have to say, I love that. I really love that about Mehima. And
Can you give
then
us some examples of some names of people you've met?
I was just about to give you the name of my buddy,
Okay.
Rosie. So Rosie and I got connected as buddies.
Which
Um,
Rosie is this? Is this Rosie Finn?
no, it wasn't Rosie Fan. Rosie, oh, what am I think Rosie Shanti, Ashanti. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
Rosemary, actually, Rosemary.
Rosemary. Okay.
Yeah. And so we connected just virtually, and I
Okay.
didn't have the opportunity to see her in person till um we had our in-person um recent conference.
Okay.
And it was just amazing that this is someone that you've been talking to. And she recognized me right off the jump. And I was like, it took me a minute before I was able to recognize her. And it was like, hey, and the beautiful thing is we haven't met, but we've been able to kind of just say hi, and kind of encourage each other. She actually went through Finding the Person Called Me, brought her sister to go through Finding the Person Called Me. And just that, and the thing was, she's like, I want to support. So it's not just about we, you know, coming together or just, connecting, but there's that support. Now, there is one thing, I think it was last year or the year before, um, my memory and time frame, because everything seemed to blur. There was where we decided to take a challenge. I think it was like a 60-day challenge.
60-day challenge, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
The
60
66
day.
the 66-day challenge.
Yes. And that actually did something because what it did was it challenged me even more. So before that, and I remember sharing this with Papa, I had written like a little blurb about who Mami Soa is. But this was a blurb that I kept to myself. And when the 66-day challenge came and it asked certain questions, it's like I already had the answer, but it challenged me to really own that, like own who you are. And I can confidently say some of the habits that was developed then, I'm still utilizing right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that is one of the things that Mehema has done for me. And the folks that were on the 66-day challenge kind of brought us together. So those are a few examples.
Yeah. You've done a few workshops or programs on Mehima as well. You want to tell us a bit about it?
Yes. So I was part of the first conference and also the second one as well. So the first one I actually spoke specifically on Finding the Person Called Me. And as a result of that, I actually got connected with Hesiba. Fantastic lady. I gotta give her props. Hesiba, yay, go out. Um, and after that, the second one was based on another product that I launched also last year called Connections. The focus of Connections is actually being able to connect in a much deeper level with individuals and playing connection with me and my ladies. There were two ladies that came, but they got to know more about themselves playing that game, connection. And then there were two sisters learning things about each other. Sisters found out things that they did not even know about each other, which was so amazing.
Oh, you talking about sisters? You're probably talking about Annie and her younger sister.
Yes, yes, to
Interesting.
discover things
Yeah, it
about
was good.
themselves.
It was good
Yeah,
seeing them.
so,
Yeah.
so building relationships like
Yeah. Your line is fading out a bit. I don't know if you can reposition yourself a bit.
that. Okay, let me.
Okay, that's better.
Okay.
Okay, so say what you said again, please.
About the
About the
sisters.
sisters. Yeah.
Yes. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, the light is going. Let me. Let me. Okay, we almost done, right? So it looks like
Yes.
I'm losing light. Okay. So about the sisters. So talking about relationship building. So what connection seeks to do is connection seeks to actually push individuals to be able to connect actually on a deeper level, but in a fun way, where it's not so daunting and it's not a list of questions, but it's actually you sharing experiences with each other. And these two sisters found out more information about each other playing connections. And that was so amazing during Mehima's conference.
So how would you answer a question like this, Maame? How are you impacting the world?
How am I impacting the world?
Yes.
Um, so I am impacting the world. I'll share this. This was feedback that I got yesterday. One of the um, series that I've been running. So I've been running virtual series this year. Running Finding the Person called me via Zoom, and for the first time, I wanted to do something for students because the feedback was students are unable to afford these workshops, master classes that I've been running. So I wanted to make it at no cost to them. However, they have to dedicate their time and their data. And yesterday we had our second session, and this young guy sends me a message saying, "Thank you very much. My mom signed me up for this, and I had my doubts. But joining this session, it's helped me beyond even finding myself." And for me,
Powerful.
as you say, I mean, if you're talking about impact, that's tremendous impact. When a young person reaches out and says, "Thank you," especially, when mom and dad sign you up for study, you're like, I gotta do this. But for them to see value because I hit them. On that same session, there was a young lady who reached out and she's like, "I've always done what everybody tells me because everybody thinks I'm this way, but this is not who I am. And I really want to find myself and I want to be on a career path." And just being able to encourage her as to do the work, dig deeper, and now put in the foundation. I got a phone call. The lady went out and got the workbook. She even got a copy of Victories of the Lost Child. This is somebody that is like, look, I'm ready to do the work. I want to invest in myself. And this was all, yeah.
Love it. Love it. Maame, what else is there to know about you? Because we want to hear your voice.
What is there to, uh, oh, so I love the beach. I just love fun. Um, and here's the thing. Love and fun doesn't mean always having to do fun activities, but it's actually having the outlook of fun in everything that you do. And that paradigm shift just blew my mind. Beginning of this year, I was like, this year is gonna be a fun year, and my outlook is gonna be fun, which has allowed me to just see everything through the lenses of fun, and it's made this year fun.
So basically, your last words to your sisters are,
Oh, have fun. Have fun. Enjoy relationships. Let's not take ourselves too serious. Um, Let's just be. And when you're being, be there, like be 110%, be there, be present, and just enjoy that moment because that's all we have. We just have this moment.
Wonderful. It's been amazing connecting with you, Maame, and getting to know you better. And I'm sure a lot of the sisters will reach out to you as well because, like you said, many want to find themselves. And
Yeah.
Maame has the key to the lock that you've been trying to unlock for a while. So excited hearing your voice, Maame, and we'll continue trying to
Oh,
amplify.
I totally forgot. Yesterday, I met this lady, and she actually almost brought me to tears. She called me. In fact, and this is the power of Papa. This is you doing. So she had reached out to Papa via email, and then Papa sent my number to her, and she calls me, um, and we connected, and she's like, "I've been looking for someone to hold my hand, somebody to guide me, and I think I found that in you." And that almost.
That's actually interesting because she actually came for a master class that I run on crafting your story. And by the way, I think there's a good opportunity to also let the listeners know that Mami Sewa and I will be running a, a workshop, a 1 hour workshop, sort of on finding yourself, which is a follow up to the crafting your story. So you may want to look out for that and make sure that you're there and that you're connected to it.
That's all.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mami, for being one of our valued queens. And we'll be connecting soon enough. Have an
Okay.
amazing day.
Good night.
Good night.